Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We take a look at the short-term bullish, short-term bearish scenario in this video, because obviously we're in a range. We want to take a look at the possibilities in the range. First of all, I will make you aware about the primary scenario at the moment. The primary scenario zoomed out, suggests that a larger degree wave 2 finished on the 15th of June. We have a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3. This here is a wave 4 and one more high to come in a wave 5, which means one more high is the expectation as long as we're holding 28,550 to around about 31,800 to 32,000. This is an ideal structure. We get 5 waves up with that, and I'm happy if we eventually get this 5th wave. Now, this is primary. In an alternative wave count, we could already have completed those 5 waves, maybe here on the 23rd of June, and we're already in the wave 2 pullback, but I don't really have any evidence for that until we break above the 28,000, below the 28,550 level. So these are the two scenarios. Now we are going into the, no need to look at the alternative in detail. So let's zoom into the primary scenario and talk about, okay, what are the two possibilities here? Because there is a short-term bullish, a short-term bearish one, of course. At the moment, until price breaks above resistance here, which is at 31,550, it seems reasonable to assume here one more low. But bear in mind, I mean, we're now in a range, so things are fairly unpredictable within this range. You get a lot of choppy price action. But the idea is that, we could have formed here a wave W, a wave X, and a wave Y. Could still be unfolding right now. And within the Y wave, we have an ABC structure. So this is what could have played out also with yesterday's spike, which was only in 3 waves, that we completed an A wave down, a B wave up, and a C wave down. That's sort of a micro count we can put onto this chart here. I wouldn't go any more micro. You can't really go any more micro really in this range, okay? So that means as long as yesterday's high stays in place, a C wave to the downside can be expected. But a break above yesterday's high, or especially a break above the 78.6 retracement, which is the 31,150 level, as long as we don't break above, well, if we break above that level, we have to look at something more bullish. But until that level breaks, this could simply be easily a B wave top. And with one more low, that could be unfolding. And now let's talk about a possible target for this C wave. What we can do, we can take the length of the A wave. And with yesterday's swing high, we have a new target for a possible C wave to the downside. If it's unfolding, if we get a break below the A wave low, then we have confirmation for that. Price could then take us down in a C wave to 29,260 roughly, Plus minus a few dollars, depends on your exchange, but that's the 100% extension, a very common target for a C wave. Now again, that move is only likely as long as we stay below yesterday's high, or at least below the 31,150 level, which is that 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level. Okay, a break above that would suggest that something more bullish is playing out. That would be the short-term bullish scenario. Bear in mind, eventually the target is anyway one more high in a wave 5. So if we already are in a wave 5, which I cannot rule out, so let's say the short-term bullish option would be that a wave 4 already finished here. That's how I had it until yesterday. That we could already be in the 5th wave, but it's not reliable. So the 5th wave would then unfold as an ending diagonal and would consist of ABC structure. So we could have had an ABC structure in wave 1 of 5. This might have been a pullback, or pullback might still be unfolding in a wave 2. And if we get a break above that resistance that I indicated, we could be in an ABC structure in wave 3. It would be a very rocky road, very choppy. Wave 4 and wave 5. This is how it could creep higher in slow motion. And this is a short-term bullish scenario. Of course possible, but this is how it would be counted. As basically a wave 1 already in place, but it would only be valid and only possible would only be possible in a in an ending diagonal. But again, diagonals cannot be trusted. So until we have evidence I think it is fairly reasonable to expect here one more low. Just be aware, tomorrow we've got our CPI data report release, so there will be most likely some volatility tomorrow. Hopefully we will finally break out of the range. So best to approach this is, in my opinion, because we have been in this range. Nobody should be surprised about this range. We know we are likely in a wave 4. We all know that wave 4s are choppy, wave 4s are boring. I know a lot of people get out of patience, but that's completely normal in a wave 4. Price is not doing anything unusual. Don't get upset because price is doing what we discussed it would be doing, which is moving in a range in a wave 4, which is going to bore everybody out. Also, corrections are inherently choppy, so don't be surprised if you get caught in the chop. If you try to trade every single wave within this range, you will be chopped up. Best in these situations is to maybe keep it small, not over leverage, maybe just trade the range. You can do that by just zooming out, looking at the higher time frame here, and you have very clear parameters against which you can trade. And patience is needed in these situations. We are clearly at a very important decision inflection point here for Bitcoin. What else is there to highlight? I don't think much more. Be aware that in the current scenario, Bitcoin can come down all the way to 28,550 if it needs to without invalidating the wave count. Yeah, the wave count suggests the wave 4 can stretch out all the way to 28,550. Only below that level, the wave count needs to change. The subwaves of corrections, they easily change. So, we have to readjust here in a correction. They are also not so relevant, these subwaves of corrections. So what is more relevant, that was the talk, by the way, what is more relevant in these corrections is to be aware of the relevant parameters, support and resistance, which are clearly outlined on the chart. Now, if we say, okay, if you want to go any more micro, it could be that this is a wave 1 down and the wave 2 to the upside, and that we could follow this C wave down, yeah. So maybe a wave 1, a wave 2, and so it could follow through to if we now see a strong sell-off, then it was the third wave of the C wave. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.